Welcome to the Crystal Self-Healer Podcast. I'm Carissa Weaver. On this podcast, we blend the magic of crystals with the science of psychology to help you break free from chaos, ditch the overwhelm, and master your emotions so you can have more energy, get more done, and feel better every day. Get ready to unlock your intuition and restore your true power as we cover how you can transform your life using crystals and self-awareness. Are you ready to get started? All right, let's go. Life is hectic and downright crazy at times. When you're juggling all the responsibilities, there's one thing you can do that will help you start your day on the right foot. There are lots of people who subscribe to morning rituals. Hal Elrod has created an entire business around morning rituals with hundreds of thousands of followers who have created massive progress in their lives after committing to the protocol. If you've been wanting to have more intentional days, this episode is for you. We're going to do a deep dive into how you can set yourself up for success with a morning ritual. In the last episode, we talked about how often we turn to practices in times of need or crisis, and that consistency can be beneficial, making things easier in the long run. It's for this reason that I thought it fitting to do this episode now, because the act of setting up a regular practice, a regular ritual that you do each and every morning can have such a huge impact on your overall experience in your life. I think some of the same hesitations and concerns that come up around when picking crystals are at play here when it comes to creating rituals. The worry that it's a process reserved for a high priestess or a member of clergy, or the fear that maybe you're going to do something wrong or unwittingly set off a set of consequences or events you're unaware of. So let's put this into a little context here. When the rise of Christianity was driving other religious practices underground, including paganism and other individual spiritual practices, the freedom to engage in your own rituals or nature-based practices were suppressed and often deemed forbidden or sinful. This historical repression has contributed to a collective feeling of unease and hesitation. Next, let's acknowledge the hierarchical structure of Christianity, especially the understanding that you are discouraged from engaging in ritual unless it was sanctioned by the church or led by the clergy. This gatekeeping creates the fear of doing it wrong or the feelings of not being qualified when you incorporate ritual into your daily life. So I want to point out that while you are perfectly entitled to create your own rituals, I'm not suggesting that you co-opt on rituals because they are the trend du jour. There has been a lot of discussion online about how white sage smudging, a sacred practice of Native Americans, has been appropriated by others. It's important to approach any spiritual or cultural practice with respect and to avoid co-opting rituals simply because they are popular. Any part of your day can be ritual. Anything you do can be experienced as ritual. From doing the dishes, to brushing your teeth, to putting on your favorite jewelry. The thing that bringing ritual into your morning routine does is it provides an opportunity for your body to create dopamine, the feel-good hormone, and this can set the tone for your entire day. Structure, as in a schedule as well as a clear template, actually helps your brain by reducing decision fatigue, creating predictability, and informing new neural pathways. The brain will release dopamine when we complete our tasks or rituals that we enjoy. And a structured morning routine can serve as a reward mechanism, reinforcing the positive feelings associated with self-care and encouraging you to maintain the practice. The act of anticipating your morning ritual can also trigger a dopamine release. When you know you have a consistent routine that you enjoy, your brain begins to expect the positive feelings that come from engaging in that ritual. This anticipation can motivate you to get up and engage with your day. Each time you complete your morning ritual, your brain associates the successful completion with a sense of accomplishment. This triggers dopamine release, reinforcing your desire to continue the ritual in the future. Having a designated space or setup for your ritual can trigger feelings of safety and comfort. This environment acts as a cue for your brain to release dopamine as you engage in familiar, comforting actions, again, reinforcing your emotional stability. When you begin your day with a consistent routine, it can help mitigate stress responses later on, contributing to stable dopamine levels and emotional balance. Think of it like Pavlov's dog. Just as the dogs were conditioned to salivate when they heard a bell, your brain can be conditioned to release dopamine when you anticipate your morning ritual. Over time, the simple act of knowing you have a ritual to look forward to can become a powerful motivator, reinforcing positive feelings and making it easier to maintain your ritual. In all honesty, I played with the Miracle Morning process and found it to be too much for me. It didn't fit my schedule, it didn't fit my lifestyle, but the parts of it are important. Your ritual is meant to help you feel centered and peaceful. It doesn't need to be elaborate, but it does need to feed your soul, to give you what you need. It does need to set you up to be in the energy and vibration that you desire, to allow you to flow, not force throughout the day. So definitely don't think you need to take on something that makes you spin out in doubt and overwhelm. Start with 5 minutes of focused intention. And if that feels like a lot to you when you're starting out, that's where having a simple practice or a set of steps to follow will support you. When you incorporate straightforward steps within your morning ritual, such as lighting a candle or arranging your crystals or filling in a worksheet, this can create a sense of completion and pleasure. Each small step can trigger dopamine, contributing to your overall feeling of satisfaction. Use a guide or a template and then make it your own. You can start with the Charmed Morning Ritual worksheet that you can download for free using the link in the show notes. So there are 3 key considerations that I think really help in setting you up for success with your morning ritual: dedicated time, space, and something that anchors you. Having dedicated time for your ritual is crucial. It's not just about how long you spend, but about creating boundaries. This allows you to be fully present in your ritual, knowing you won't be interrupted or distracted by other priorities. It's super easy to pick up your phone and check messages or scroll social media first thing in the morning, so hold the time as sacred, like you would for going to work or making sure the people around you are taken care of. Dedicated space that's purely for your ritual practice helps you transition into a more mindful and empowered state. It's like a cue to your mind, body, and soul that it's time for ritual. This doesn't need to be an entire room, but a corner or even a small altar where you keep your tools. The intention here is to create an atmosphere that helps this activity feel a little different, a little more special than all the other things you do in a given day. The anchor gives your ritual stability and continuity, no matter how much else changes in your day. It can be a core set of steps you follow or a go-to object or tool you always return to, like a specific crystal, a particular incense, or even a card pull you do daily. We know that as we go about life, our fears, self-doubt, and overwhelm will creep in. While these feelings are a normal part of life, we are here because we want to set ourselves up for success. So having one thing, an anchor you always turn to, can help you feel grounded and supported. It creates a sense of consistency, so you never are unsure of where to begin. Start by practicing checking in as the day goes on to see if you're still carrying the sense of purpose or peacefulness you generated during your morning ritual. The more you do it, the easier and faster it will become for you to get back into that energy and maintain it through the day. Understand how you work and what brings you a sense of peace. Play around with different methods, different tools, and find what anchors your ritual for you. Maybe it's always lighting a candle. Maybe it's having an altar cloth you use. Maybe it's incorporating herbs or other items from nature. For me, I love having a lit candle. That's my anchor, the consistent thing in every ritual, and sometimes it's the only thing in my ritual. Now, as I'm talking about different methods and different tools, understand that more tools, more elements, and more steps does not make a more powerful ritual. As you become familiar with the energy of different tools and elements, you can definitely incorporate them into your rituals to bring additional layers of energetic support, ultimately deepening your ritual. And as far as it goes for the Miracle Morning protocol, I use what works for me, and the parts that don't, I don't do. While you can use any crystal that complements the intention behind your morning ritual, I'm going to offer clear quartz as the go-to here because it can be so adaptable. Clear quartz has the ability to amplify energy and intention. And because it can align with whatever energy or intention you hold for your ritual, this makes it perfect. Clear quartz can also support mental clarity, which will help you cut through the fog and overwhelm to create a sense of focus and energetic boundaries. Clear quartz has the ability to hold intention or be programmed, which will remove any pressure or intimidation around needing to work with a specific crystal. Clear quartz doesn't require you to have specialized knowledge, and this again makes it a crystal that can easily integrate into your morning practice. You can also count on clear quartz to help clear and cleanse your energy field, helping you start your day without all the energetic baggage you might otherwise carry around. This can help you feel more grounded and safe as you head out into the world. If you're unsure how to get started, there are a few ways I'm going to recommend. Download the Charmed Morning Ritual Worksheet. The link is in the show notes. This gives you a template you can use over and over again as you personalize what you do each morning. You can also join me each month for the Crystal Witch New Moon Ritual. Here we explore the astrological influences of the moon phase as we set intentions for the upcoming moon cycle. And if you're wanting to take this work deeper, to have personalized support as you take what you've learned here and apply it to your life, join me inside the Crystal Self Healer members portal. Here you'll find group crystal healing sessions, personalized coaching, and tons of resources like workbooks and worksheets to help you manage your energy and deepen your healing practice. It's the perfect space to get the guidance and resources you need to help overcome your anxiety and overwhelm. You'll learn how to soothe your emotional and physical body, master your emotional responses, tap into your inner wisdom, and set yourself up for success every day. Go to my website at 3charmedgems.com to learn more and join today. By incorporating a simple yet powerful crystal like clear quartz, you can seamlessly enhance your practice and your ritual, creating a sacred space where you feel empowered and centered every morning. As you prepare to integrate these insights into your daily routine, I invite you to reflect on how you can make this practice your own. Consider the intentions you want to set and the feelings you wish to cultivate, and the tools you want to incorporate. Embrace this opportunity to personalize your ritual in a way that works for you, ensuring they bring you peace and inspiration as you move through your day. Today's episode has been brought to you by Clear Quartz and Dopamine. May we all start our days with purpose, allowing our morning rituals to empower us to create joy and success throughout the day. Blessed be, my friends. All right, my friends, that wraps up this week's episode. Thank you for joining me here today on the Crystal Self-Healer podcast. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, leave a review, and take the What Crystal is Best for You quiz linked in the show notes. Join me again next week as we continue to demystify crystals, how your brain works, and how you can use them so you can have more energy, get more done, and feel better every day.